Hey everybody.
Hey everybody,
Hey.
how's it going? We're
I'm
back
doing
Hey,
pretty.
with
what if
Wait,
we
you talking to
do
me or the
that? Yeah,
audience?
no. Here's I don't address me. We'll just all say hey.
I thought we were doing it there. That was good. We had a little bit of banter
Yeah.
going on.
I was waiting for nothing to say hey everybody.
Fuck. Fuck.
I was like, oh, I'm doing the joke. Or
Yeah,
are you addressing me or are you addressing that? Ah, it's funny.
hey everybody.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Oh,
We're back
that's a
with
Spider Verse reference.
ooh, yeah.
Is it
We're back with
Is that
yeah, where
copyright?
he puts his arm on the girl and she's like,
Hey.
oh
hey.
hey.
All
Hey.
right, we're back with drawing thing that we still have no actual working title for. We still need to figure that out. And today we're gonna have Cooper draw Leona, the Radiant Dawn.
Leona.
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 All right. So
Luna.
That's a Dota
we've
reference. These guys don't get that.
Fuck.
Le-
That you're insulting them.
chose
Leona.
chose
They'll get that. They'll get Leona.
I don't think
chosen of the moon.
she
Um,
also like dedicated to the moon.
No,
she's actually
she's the sun.
she's the chosen of the sun.
Wow.
So um,
Coincidence?
I
Hmm.
think not.
I think so.
Uh,
Ooh,
so
I wonder how
Hmm.
much crossover porn there is.
probably a very little. I'd
Well,
imagine. Well,
there's
we'll
always
see.
a first
We
time.
can always check. So we got your comments. We looked at them. We read a lot. We decided we'd try to
I didn't,
be
by
a
the
lot
way.
more.
It was just these two.
Okay, fine. I didn't.
I
A
didn't
lot of
do
people
shit.
did. I don't know if the Daniel did anything.
I took the
Uh,
criticism slightly too harshly. It's fine.
but we realized that we're gonna try to do a more hands-off approach. So I think we wanted to start with trying to give some very light descriptions, lead into how she functions in terms of the actual game, and then talk about her more in terms of her lore, if that sounds fine with you guys, which it better be because we already discussed it.
We're not gonna get the feedback for another couple days.
We'll see. Um, so Leona,
Yeah.
she, as we said,
Fuck.
she is a warrior of the sun, so she
Yeah.
has sun vibes going on. Uh, I thought about this right before we started, where we were like, "What are we gonna do?" I want to do Leona. It's like, she's almost like if Guinevere was in a set of armor, like
Whoa.
sun armor, because she actually kind of looks a lot like Guinevere.
Guinevere? That's the
Yeah,
lady after ONS, right?
yeah, the giant lady.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So, but
So,
but 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 like full on armor
I
and
have like an Amazonian in my head, kind of.
so I'd say she has a pretty quote unquote normal body. So like Guinevere. Guinevere doesn't have like a crazy body either.
Wait a sec. You can't just say that. Guinevere's like,
I'm in terms of her actual body. Like if you were to just like her proportions, right?
hmm.
She has a relatively normal body.
I don't know if I agree with that, but I'll just draw like a relatively normal looking person.
I mean, other than the fact that Guinevere is literally a giant,
Okay. Yeah.
she's normal.
Leonas are
Well,
generally
I was gonna say, except for she's a lot more flat than Guinevere is.
Okay. Was she
Leonas are
should be all
generally just
stoic like?
Uh, yeah, a bit. Nathaniel, what were you trying to say?
um I don't remember.
Uh, we'll try
Train
to get
didn't
back.
just leave the station, it got fucking derailed.
Fucking tried drifting and crashed. But yeah, full armor. She's sword and board. So she has the shield. She has sword. What kind of shield would you say
It's
Ooh,
this
this
is?
fucking
a
sun.
full body shield. It's not I don't think
A full
comparable to
body
any steel shield.
Because right
If
now
I
I
had
have a
to,
circle
Near
drawn for
full
mine.
body, not dissimilar to a kite, but and the general figure of it is
that, damn it.
kite-esque, but
Kite-esque.
not
Okay, I think let's stick to just broad things first. So, would she be pretty tall?
I would have. See, I don't think there's anything that literally says she is tall, but she kind of looks like
I mean,
she
you can
has.
like look at other characters and
I
compare,
guess
right?
you did say Amazonian. You know what? She kind of looks like she kind of falls under a Wonder Woman camp,
Okay.
but she doesn't look extremely muscular. But that's partially because like
she's in a full body of armor. We can
she is
assume that
completely covered in armor.
Okay.
she's relatively thin. She's fit, very fit.
But
But she's
she's not bulky at all.
She doesn't have overly broad shoulders. Her hips are modestly wide. She's still very accentuated, but
Okay.
not overly dramatically. Overly dramatically. Overly dramatic?
Overly dramatic.
Over dramatically.
Mm-hmm.
So
So, all right, I got like a
who
general
is the
idea.
what is Leona most like in Dota? That's where I was like my first mind went to. Is there like an
She like
obvious
would
initiator support to
initiator
like
support.
so a position 3 is
Clockwork.
a position 3 is like the closest I would kind of be inclined to go to.
Hmm.
Effectively, like because supports get relatively a ton of money in this game. Leona functions as a pseudo tank that is supposed to just go in, stun up the enemy, keep them locked down, while providing a ton of burst.
Okay.
Earthshaker, I think, is a comparable example.
Okay. What's the kind of like the person that would play this character? Would they be considered like that person that plays tanks?
So they're either a meta slave or
Is this a meta heavy character? Like,
Leona's fun. No, she's
no,
been
no,
bad.
no, no.
She's
She
been
is up there.
bad
I'm
for so
just
long.
saying that right now she's been God tier for quite a while.
Who would play Leona? Who's the?
I want that
I,
to be a question, like a degenerate
I,
question, like who would play Leona?
all right. Are you gonna ask this every time?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a hard.
I might be biased with you
Okay,
too, but
support player who likes tanks, who likes doing. I guess a tank player who wants to play support, like a position 4, position 5, and wants to just kill people over and over, and they don't care about anything else about except trying to get a kill because she can go in really well. She is like kind of tanky.
She can just hard lock down a single unit.
And yeah, she hard locks down a person. She does a lot of damage if she's with someone, but she doesn't really do anything outside of that, so she can't really like get out of a situation. She sort of falls off if you can't fight very well against the enemy because you don't want to just go in, and her game plan kind of revolves around just like hard going in.
She has enough CC lock down a unit, and
but
she has enough survivability to stay alive while that unit dies. But after that, she's waiting for the next rotation
okay.
of cooldown.
Because her passive is
Oh wait, before you start describing, just let me know what her hair looks like. 'Cause I'm kind of just like drawing nothing right now.
it's orange flowing longish hair, like longish medium, I think.
It's like to the armpit level.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, her passive is literally just like she
Oh no.
she literally marks enemies, and then when an ally attacks, it consumes that mark. So her game plan relies a lot on like hitting enemies with spells while an ally is attacking them, and you're consuming all these marks and doing a ton of burst damage with those marks.
Okay, so I think that's enough on what she plays like. So
Do you think you have like a general idea of where you're going with this? Sort
no,
of like.
I mean, yeah, kind of. I have this like very biased idea of what a lot of lead characters look like, as in the people that are just more normal humans are just kind of
They're just attractively.
just attractive people. Like, I don't know, just what you'd expect to be defined as like fantasy armor.
I think Leona can be very easily described as like a not like a very beautiful wife, but not like super sexy attractive.
I mean, she's in full body armor. It's you're not.
I mean, I would I was looking up at the eyes, man.
Mm-hmm.
No. I was talking about the Point Cooper man, where I don't
Mm.
feel like it falls under like super like when I would think of like female armor in video games.
Oh, okay. It's not the like
It's not,
MMORPG armor.
she's not
Don't get me.
wearing.
Yeah, no. Don't get me wrong. It's not like it's not bulky or anything. It is stays relatively close to her form, but it is a full set of armor.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm imagining something kind of like Omni
Okay,
Knight.
that's not
she has.
accurate. You know, her chest plate is not. It's a chest plate, but you know,
I don't know what that means.
We can't see any.
Okay, so like, can you even see her hands? Is it just all armor?
It's all.
it is
It's
all
it's
armor.
You
all
guys
arm.
chose the hardest one to draw. I suck at armor.
She doesn't have a helmet.
Okay.
She has some sort of like metal headdress of sorts, but she does. That's the only part of her that's revealed is her head.
Okay.
Yeah, we can. We can't see anything other than her her head.
Okay.
But I guess the big thing is like trying to imagine how you would depict an avatar of the sun, which is like that's like probably her core goal or her core like lore.
Is the sun.
Yeah, she has a very like regal knight sort of view of her, but it's like
Bec-
almost distinctly related to the sun.
Because in the universe there's like a specific place called Mount Targon, which is this sort of religious mountain, and one of the biggest religions there is a like as far as I remember a warrior sun religion,
Ooh.
and she's literally a part of this culture that's like super like super likes the sun and hates anything that has to do with the
With
moon,
the moon.
which which will be important later because there's a character who is
The
the avatar of the
complete
moon
opposite.
effectively, and the avatar of the moon gets like outcast and shunned, but this character is literally like one of these part of this uh group called the Solari, and she's literally chosen because this mountain has like literal avatars for various different things. So there's like an avatar. What are the there's obviously the avatar of the sun and avatar of the moon. I don't remember what Pantheon or Zoe is right now, but like there are a lot of like sort of like Greco-Roman like people who represent like their higher being.
Hmm.
And yeah, this was like the first one of these like avatars, more or less.
How many are there in total?
Um, the excerpt for Mount Targon says that climbing the mountain is effectively impossible, but the few who do survive either come back haunted and empty in their eyes, or come back changed beyond recognition, imbued by an aspect of unearthly inhuman power, with a destiny few mortals can comprehend.
Ah, that's right. They call them aspects in the game.
And she's an aspect.
She's an aspect of the
Okay.
sun.
Okay.
Let's see, how many are there?
Yeah, her other aliases are the Radiant Dawn, Aspect of the Sun.
Radiant Dawn.
Yeah.
Sounds like a name my Maple Story character would have in like 2008.
There are 5 aspects that we know about. I don't know if there's any other aspects. Like if there's anyone we don't know about, quote unquote. But apparently there's 5 of them.
Okay. All right.
One of
So, one more
actually,
sec.
not that I think about
Give
it,
me a description of her eyes.
I refuse.
Okay.
Eyes refuse.
Okay. That was dumb, and I'm quitting. All right. Fine. Fine.
Oh.
I don't know. She looks like a relatively typical white female
Ah,
who was
right.
imbued with the sun. I don't
Okay.
know.
Right. Something else that I was thinking that we should tell you is their personality generally.
Hmm.
Uh,
That probably should have been
kind of
like the
like,
first thing,
That's
to
all
be
on you.
honest.
I don't know Leona's personality.
yeah, we're working the kinks out. We're trying to figure it out. I think a very like a soft, warm, gentle, strong. Like you imagine how the sun might be depicted in like in matriarchal ways as like this gentle life giver, right?
Hmm.
She also represents like she has like she's the chosen of the sun. She's very proud, she's strong, but there's clearly a gentleness to her design. So like and the softness of her design is conveyed like in her eyes. It's not like she doesn't look very scornful, she's not like super violent looking per se.
All right.
She looks like somebody who would protect someone, which fits into her design as being like a supportive tank who's trying to like
Just
save people's lives.
skimming the lore. So the aspect of the moon was outcast because of the fear that the power of the moon would be abused for evil. To give you an idea, that she has sworn to find the the moon person in order to help them control the power rather than let it consume them.
Oh, this is it's like a new age lore.
Yeah, probably.
This is all the
New
aspect
Age
stuff
lore.
that I don't know. Because
Because
do they do this in
League's
Dota?
been around for 11 years, and she was one of the earlier characters, so her lore's been reiterated a few times.
League is very much like and this is what I was gonna say. I don't know if Dota does this, has done much of this. League very much is like we have effectively had bad roots. We want to make the certain like with all the character updates. We want to bring them up to snuff artistically, both gameplay wise, art wise, and lore wise or story wise.
You're saying just more like fleshed out characters in general.
Yeah, like I mean, League has a ton of like just actual stories, like effectively just short novels or short stories
I
now.
mean, they've partnered with Marvel for comics, so
Yeah, I haven't read any of them yet, but I
I
do
haven't
want
either.
to read the Lux one a lot. But yeah, like originally, literally,
Okay,
Leona and Diana when they
one
first
sec.
came out,
I'm at another standpoint again. Uh, what does her chest plate look like? It's a general idea.
Uh, is uh,
I think
I don't know if I
I,
want to say because it's relatively unique.
let's. I think I'll just go with this description. Her armor kind of looks like she has a combination of plate armor and cloth armor. So imagine she has like
Okay.
a like cloth armor base, and then on a a few key places. And since she doesn't
Places,
look
quote
skimpy,
unquote.
and because she doesn't look skimpy, relatively at least, don't imagine it like a few key places in a weird sense, but like she has like these pieces of plate mail all around her. Does that make sense?
Okay. All right.
Um,
I'll try to work on that.
What was I thinking about?
Yeah,
What
I
was I
totally
talking
interrupted
about?
you. I'm gonna keep doing that. How about that?
Yeah, just keep on making it so that I have a hardest time remembering what I was saying.
Hey, just describe this entire character's armor, like right when you
Yeah,
nail something.
just tell me everything about her when we're explicitly trying to we're trying to walk the hardest line of like figuring out how much details we want to give you.
Yeah.
Like when you asked that, my instinct was like, how dare you ask me about this? Do you know what we're trying to do right now?
I just felt like really weird because all I was doing was just like refining her face so much, and I'm like, well, everything else is kind of just a fucking mess
Well,
right
the
now.
entire point of this is, yeah, the entire point of this is we want it to be a mess. Your mess, a
Okay,
very
okay,
creative
but
mess.
all I've been told is it's a
Yeah,
lady in armor, so I need a little more than that. Like,
I,
uh,
I mean,
well,
okay,
that the aspect of the sun part, like, there's a lot of like sun-based imagery in her armor.
okay,
Um,
she has a relatively big sword,
like thick
she
or
has
and a
long.
big
she,
shield.
she has like effectively a long sword sort of thing going on.
It's closer to, it's
Uh,
almost
it,
closer to a great.
it's
That thing's
big,
huge,
yeah, but it's just thin.
but it's
So like
huge. Look at that
Alucard
tip.
from uh, Netflix's original series, Castlevania.
Is uh Alucard has a more of a
Rapier?
like a fencing, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, this like that's why I was like it's kind of just design wise, she's supposed to look like she has a long sword.
Okay.
That's it's not supposed to convey the idea of a great sword, I'd say, because
But it's so big.
yeah, but
That's what she said. Ha
when you
ha.
say great sword, I think Berserk,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
man who's like
Okay, yeah, because
it's
I play a lot
too
of Dark
big to be
Souls, so of
considered
course
a
I'm thinking.
sword.
You said
Yeah,
great
and
sword. I'm thinking like
it's a
Ganondorf's
hunk of
from
yeah, a
Smash.
hunk of metal, a
Yeah,
gigantic piece of like yeah.
too big to be called a sword, you could say.
But yeah,
Yeah,
she
but it
definitely
sort of is. But yeah, yeah, I understand how they're sending the wrong message.
does have like her weapons are large. Like her shield is it actually does look like I feel like it was like Greco-Roman thing. Like she has the full body shield where you can like plant it. It looks like you could almost plant it into the ground if you wanted to.
One of the skins animation is actually her, she actually just plants the shield into the ground. And it's still it goes up to the height where she can rest her arms on it.
Yeah, about her body. Like you'd I could imagine her easily just planting in the ground, ducking under it for like arrow
Okay,
volleys, and then picking it back up.
I got the size pretty well then, I think. Hmm. I'm still.
Oh right.
Hmm.
What were you gonna say?
Nothing. Nothing
I
important.
just remembered what I was thinking about the lore. What I was gonna say way before.
Yeah.
The point I was making was like in terms of gameplay, things have gotten better somewhat, but also like in terms of storylines, like literally, like I said, she was just like her lore was just we're in a big religion who doesn't like the moon, and it was effectively supposed to be like shown as like a cult like oppressive religion. And she's like a sun goddess who might be trying to think of like about the moon. Like she's questioning, right?
Hmm.
Sort of. That was like kind of all she had for lore. And the other character was just like, I'm a angry moon person because they don't like the moon, and I figured out the moon.
The moon's
And
better
but
than you think, dude. You guys don't understand.
It's not just a phase,
It's not
Hank.
a
Get it?
phase.
Get it? Phase.
I don't get
and
it.
lunar phases.
Do you need me to explain
That's pretty funny.
that?
Yeah, I
But
fucking
yeah,
get it.
but now I'm like, well, I'm looking at the lore page, and there's just multiple paragraphs about what all they did together.
What it means?
well, like it's like children are raised from birth to honor,
Oh, okay,
and
yeah.
even shed blood for the Solari until its aspect returns, heralding the great threat. Oh yeah, they added in there's a there's the void, like a species of other sort of like other dimensional alien sort of things.
Mm-hmm.
And part of the lore updating was like effectively creating this great other for everyone to just be like, hey, we don't like those guys. They're just gonna kill all of us.
You know what? Fuck that guy. God damn. We don't even invite him to the
sadly,
parties. He still comes.
sadly, the time. Oh, you're gonna ask you this, so I might as well ask you this now.
Yeah?
In terms of characters that we can use, because I was about to say all the void characters are kind of meh though, which is kind of the sad part. But there is Kaisa.
Ooh. Kaisa.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
no, no, yeah, we don't need to say anything. Well, I will say this. So we're gonna avoid certain characters just because Cooper does know maybe around 8-ish, 10-ish characters, and we were gonna avoid them based on what he knows, and he knows some characters from KDA, but he doesn't know like who they actually are, as far as I know.
Which, by the way, when are we gonna need Dota KDA? That's all I'm saying.
Who would? Well, all the spirits. I was gonna say who would be in Dota KDA. Better be the
I want
spirits.
that so badly.
I want Axe.
Wait, there's. Oh,
But you don't want. I mean, I know why you want it. But Storm and Ember. Storm, Ember. I don't. Does Void have an interesting personality? I still
I
haven't
don't
played
know.
him.
I don't know
Yeah.
anything about him.
I I still I still need to play Void.
We haven't played Dota in a
But
while. That's the first thing we gotta do.
mm, yeah, but
Yeah.
you don't want. But you don't want to.
Okay, I've been
I,
busy. Not
sure.
really.
Yeah, I was about to say you didn't want to
I'm
do it
just
while
making
we were actually
excuses. Look, I just want to do other
l-
things, okay?
literally during break.
Let's shut up. Let's not talk about it.
I did not do any of that.
Look, we played Rocket League.
We did play a lot of Rocket League. That's all we
And
play.
then we haven't played any more of it.
I'm
We
busy.
have sure, dude. That's why we haven't recorded this till today too, right? Because
I've been
you're
busy
so
all day.
you're so busy.
I just got
I've
shit
just
to
been
do.
like so distracted, so distracted watching these YouTube videos.
I
They're really eating up all my time.
I spend my time doing much more
It's
important things.
yeah, like what?
You'd like to fucking know, wouldn't
I
you?
would like to know. When somebody comes into the call like 1 a.m. when I'm used to them calling a lot earlier, I'm kind of like, where the fuck you been, honey? What the fuck? You gotta
You've been out with
explain
fucking Jim again? I swear to God, I'm gonna kick Jim's ass if I see him.
If I see him in our house one more time, I'm gonna beat him up.
We're not in a fucking relationship. You understand that? I am a
We're
free
all
man.
we are in a relationship.
What kind?
Everybody's at some level of a
Yeah,
relationship.
exactly.
Okay,
You
fucking
can't
Socrates. Fuck off.
you can't escape your social bonds unless uh
I made her little belt buckle a sun.
cool.
So far, that's like the cheesiest thing I've done, but I thought that was it. Cause what? Okay, I'm
Yeah,
just saying. I'm
Yeah.
giving the description. It's armor, but
yeah,
sun armor. I don't know. I'm thinking
yeah.
Solaire.
I mean, yeah, yeah,
That-
yeah.
I
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
have
not
an
gonna
issue
tell
with
you
that.
no.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I was just looking at her quotes and being like, do you want me to tell you some quotes, dude?
Yes.
This will really help you out.
Yeah.
The dawn has arrived.
Oh, cool, dude.
Feel the sun's glory. Rally to me.
This sounds like just a D&D character. You like, I don't know. You could throw up in like a couple seconds.
I know. I feel like
I think I broke a nail. Good thing it wasn't mine.
I don't know. I'm like pseudo. Ah, nah. I don't know.
I mean,
It's a simple like it's a relatively simple design.
Okay, I'm doing too much detail then.
No,
That's deceptive.
I meant concept-wise. Sorry,
Yeah.
concept.
Okay.
Pen or sword, the shield is mightiest.
Okay. Sing like
Don't
Don't
it's
stare
stare
directly at me for too long.
cool.
Day at the fan guide. I actually thought when we were about to start, I was gonna say we're here doing Leona, the chosen of the sun, because she says one of her voice lines is just when she's walking around, chosen of the sun. She just like whispers this to herself.
Oh, to herself. So she's insane,
Yeah.
kind of? Which is
I
very
mean,
dedicated to the cause.
aren't all
I
MOBA
wouldn't.
characters?
Yeah, I wouldn't say insane. Infatuated, maybe.
Well, I was just thinking about this now that we're like when I was thinking of or saying it, as like, are all MOBA characters like super crazy? They're like insane about themselves. They like just slowly give you lore about them while they're walking around. Clock was just walking around like a clock.
Like a
Just
clock. Like, imagine if you, like I don't know, a D&D character said that to himself. You'd be like, well, that guy's fucking insane.
Oh,
that that guy's gonna kill me.
He's,
What?
I don't want to sleep
I
near
don't
this
know.
guy.
I don't trust that guy.
I want to play that now. The character who's whispering
Just
comments
choose
about
any
himself
fucking
all the
Dota
time.
or League character.
Just roleplay them talking to them.
Like, you're just walking, and then you just hear some guy
I'm-
say, like, by your command. You're like, what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah, I just wanna make a D&D character where I sit down and be like, like they do for Dota and League, just a list of actions, and then just come up with a bunch of lines for that.
Actually, Dota doesn't have this because there's no like acknowledged controller. Part of the like League's lore used to be there was like an acknowledgement that the player was part of the lore because there were summoners who were like controlling all these characters, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Dota, that's the ancients technically, but they don't. None of the characters are supposed to know, right?
It's like Skylanders.
But
Ah, yeah, dog.
but but there's like characters that reference being controlled in League, like a decent amount.
Hmm.
At,
Only
well,
you can hear me, Summoner.
only you can hear me, Summoner.
Oh,
I don't
So
get
I
the
like
reference, but I'm glad I don't.
it's yeah.
You-
I just like the I just really
it's a
like this
character that's supposed to be mute, but they're like, we can't have a character that doesn't have any voice lines, so of course you can talk to the player.
like yeah, her lore is literally she can only talk through an instrument. We're like debating on whether she would be good for this. But yeah, she can only talk through an instrument. She's been mute her entire life.
Huh.
But
But,
but
yeah.
especially because this is the very beginning of the game, so they like did the most boring designs possible at the very beginning of League. Uh, she just talks her. She talks a ton to you.
I just, I want, I want Phoenix. Like they added a champion to the game that is a cat. But of course, the cat has to talk and say things about her lore and all that. She can't just go meow,
Well, it's cute though. It's cute when a cat talks.
meow. But
Rex,
there's like a single line in which she goes meow, and it's fucking cute. And I wish she did that all the time, but no,
Rek'Sai,
that's a say thing.
Rek'Sai's Phoenix. Rex is the closest
Yeah,
we're getting to Phoenix
but
right
you
now.
can't. But we can't make Rek'Sai sounds.
Just meow all the time.
I could try, but I'm not gonna try in a video. Mostly because
Oh, subscribe to our Patreon. You can hear Noah meowing. You don't have a fucking Patreon.
subscribe.
No, he does like a rattlesnake sound.
What
Yeah,
the
Rek'Sai.
fuck?
The
Oh,
rattle on a rattlesnake.
So
Rek'Sai.
yeah, we're slightly
Because
spoiled.
he's a void creature.
If we ever do Rek'Sai, we're slightly spoiled. But Rek'Sai's like has like guttural monster shriek cry thing. I guess it probably makes a sound that would be familiar from something from Aliens versus Predators. One of those creatures probably makes a sound pretty similar to that. I just... Next time try to leave a dent. Do you?
I guess
I
I don't
feel like
know.
I'm.
Huh.
Am I the only person who does this? I feel like I I do this both subconsciously and consciously, where like I feel very. I hear characters just say their voice lines over and over, and then I just want to say them too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
this
I
okay,
I
let's
do
we have a clear fucking example of this for one of the
Mars.
worst reasons. So, oh, that's another one. I'll say that one after.
that. Mar
We've been
Mar.
playing fucking Worms Revolution and
Oh,
you get to fucking choose. I'm still mad about this. You get to choose your fucking worms like voice lines they say whenever you like start a turn or like one of them dies, you get a kill. There's a fucking meme pack.
Meme voice pack.
Oh my fucking god, like what
la,
is
la, la,
power
la,
level?
la, la, la.
Like they're fucking
Oh,
bad
and
memes.
yeah, and then Cooper started like I did that just because I just like doing it in general, but I feel like you were getting turned to the dark side. You were slowly being corrupted by what
Well, no,
is
the
It
power
started.
scariest
level?
It
part is like
started mockingly, and then he just started saying it.
well, that's the scariest part is when I was mocking it, I wasn't even thinking about it when I did it. It just happened. And I had to do a double
Well,
take like, "Oh fuck. It's
but
not good."
mocking it is one level, right? Mocking is like it's acceptable, but then you sunk deeper.
Okay,
It's like
but
the
it's not
multiple
like I was
levels of
actually
irony.
what That's what makes it interesting is what level of irony was that at? You guys don't know. I don't even
Y-
know.
What is irony level?
That would be a fucking thing that I would say. What
Trying
is
to think
power
of
level? Huh?
what else did they say? I has cheeseburger was.
There was a fucking IS cheeseburger. Probably an I'm firing my laser fucking one. I don't know.
I, I think part of that what makes it great is because the game's relatively old. It's just like super outdated memes too.
Yeah.
So it's like extra
Oh,
cringy.
oh, they're like I'm firing my laser. That would just be one that would be in there. Just think like early YouTube.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. What are like some of the
Just look some
classics?
up right now. I don't know.
Yeah, what?
I'm sure that's what
Let's
the
get
fucking audience wants to see or
yeah,
hear.
The
let's
game
get some.
came out in 2012, so
Yeah, that's 8 years ago.
8 years ago?
yeah.
I can't do math when I'm drawing.
Yeah. Do you want to acknowledge that it's been 8 years since
Very limited
2012?
brain.
Feels very weird
What?
that 2012 was 8 years ago.
I don't want to talk about it. I feel old.
You feel aged yet? When you
I feel like
you're
I'm
in
gonna
your
look back.
prior youth and you're
Yeah, I'm gonna look back when I'm like 40 if I live that long and be like, I was fucking like under 25 years old and I was thinking I was old. What the fuck was I thinking?
literally just a kid. Like,
Yeah.
uh, what? I think the list that I found doesn't have the memes on here.
Oh no. How?
The Wikipedia for the Wikipedia has a section of all the voices, and for the meme section, it just lists
Yeah,
various memes from the internet
yeah.
that are like that.
I found one that's detailed like all of the uh all of the other voice lines for every other thing, and it's just like famous memes from the internet. How dare you? You broke my heart.
Good.
I
I'm glad.
I was looking for very specific, very very high tier meme
Yeah.
references.
High tier. Yeah. Oh my god.
See,
So yeah, we played about probably a total of I want to say like 10 hours, like 7 hours of that game in like a couple weeks.
yeah,
And that's all I
that was,
fucking heard so much. It's
it's a
fucking
fun time.
worm
We should
fucking memeing. Oh, it's terrible.
we, we should all put on the meme pack.
No.
Can we
No.
turn the meme pack
No.
back into a drinking game? That sounds fun.
Anytime they say like a certain one you drink.
Yeah, I feel like you have to drink based on like how cringe it is or something.
Everyone's just assigned to like I'll get like I has cheeseburger.
I
Oh, why you know something? I don't know. What was one of
Yeah.
them?
Why you know?
Basically, whoever made the game's a terrible person for putting this in, and Noah's a terrible person for using it.
Yeah, because all the other voice packs are very entertaining
Hey,
and
I'm
much
just
better.
saying, I wouldn't have
Hey,
lost my mind if I used the fucking Italian one.
all I'm saying is I made a lot of entertainment for all of us, just not for some of us less positive entertainment than others. I was very entertained.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. You always find it entertaining when I get angry.
this,
Most of the time.
this is where I was
Yeah.
also thinking where you're like a multiple, like I would say, I kind of define you like the Homestuck, like a Homestuck character who's like defining one of his main defining characteristics like mul like understanding and defining multi-level irony
Mm.
in the and I feel like that's you. I feel like I'm in the pseudo camp of like multi-level enjoying really bad stuff where like there's this layer where I enjoy it ironically, but then because you're there, I'm like because normally I wouldn't just enjoy it, but because someone hates it, now I just enjoy it at just in general.
I'm just a
I,
vessel to make terrible things enjoyable. That's fine.
that's not wrong. Watching garbage
Including
anime,
yourself. Got 'em.
Yeah, good one.
watching
Listen.
garbage anime was
Oh my god,
ended
I
up just
cannot
being great.
stand. We tried to watch Violet Evergarden, and I don't know.
Alright.
Okay, I know you like it. Listen, I
That's
don't hate
not.
it as much as these guys.
Uh-huh.
I was just so uninterested, and I'm like, I could be fucking drawing right now. I'm gonna
That's
draw
because you
right
didn't
now.
watch it as much as we did.
I have actually probably a total of like 5 minutes actually watched like things happening. Mm,
Watching a Violet.
watching like actually watching a Violet, yeah.
Meanwhile, Noah and I are losing our minds.
You guys are like talking about like all these things wrong with it and like wanting certain things to
We,
happen.
I think, we just wanted the show to be better. ah, this is the hot take we reached in the video already, where it's like I know somebody's gonna
Oh,
be
say in
like,
the comments below if you like Violet Evergarden or not.
where the people are like, I love Violet, it's so emotional, and we were both just
Like
like,
fuck Violet. Yeah, fuck.
uh, uh,
Yeah,
the emotional crux just didn't land on us, and we feel like it has a lot of problems, unfortunately.
you get fucking ported.
Just destroyed.
We're gonna have some
because
like master debater come in. He's gonna be like, "Here's 20 fucking reasons why you're wrong and a dumbass."
well, we spend a lot of time like researching why people liked it, so I already know like how people feel and why they feel it way, and just like I don't know about it. I don't know about that one, Chief. Not not
Chief?
for us,
See, there's a
Chief.
meme.
There's
You
a
did that
meme.
unironically, right?
Yeah, but you do. No, you
I
do it
don't
a
say
lot. That's
chief.
why. That's
I don't
I
even
don't
think I'd
know.
unironically say chief.
Hey, my brain, my brain's trying to keep up the banter. You know, I'll take the L on that one. There's another meme for you right there.
What, taking the L?
Yeah, that one's for the Zoomers out there.
You can't say that.
Can I
You're not
get
a
an L
boomer.
in the chat from the Zoomers?
Press type 1. No, no, no. If you're a boomer, comment on this video. If you're a zoomer, like this video.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
if you're a doomer, like, favorite, subscribe. If you're a gloomer,
Okay, who the...
If you
Hold on a
like your
sec.
fate and just keep scrolling.
Can we do a reality check? Who the fuck is going to enjoy this, what we're doing right now? Please
I
tell me.
feel like I would,
Okay,
to
okay,
be
that's because
honest.
it's us doing this. I
No,
hope we
I've
do.
No, no, no.
no,
There's a reason that yeah, that this has an audience.
I was about to say I really like this kind of content personally, where it's people just talking and bantering, like where it's like a clear talking and bantering, which is why I wanted to make a channel where it would be like the three of us, maybe the four of us later, just like having videos of us being like watching someone play a game.
Literally
We just
talking about
talk,
nothing.
Yeah,
talking about
I
random things
think
in mid.
Yeah.
Well, the from my percent, and I don't know if you'll have something to add to this, Nathaniel. Please do. But like the NLSS, the Northern Lions Super Show. I really like all of Northern Lion stuff in general, and all the quote unquote extended Northern Lion universe. But I really like he has like 3-hour Twitch shows where he just invites guests on, and they just play 3 different games, 1 hour each, and they might start with a game, sorta, but then they're just talking about like groceries, they're talking about movies, they're just talking about, and it's just
It's like the game isn't the
random.
main focus.
Yeah, because personally, I don't I don't like content where people are hyper focused on the game because I get really bored of that personally.
I would
I,
agree.
I like it when people are just like they'll talk about the game, they'll acknowledge it, and like in terms of interesting discussion, which is probably why I kind of like card reviews.
Hmm.
Like in terms of like Hearthstone, I have very little interest in Hearthstone until card reviews come out, and then I'm like, I like people debating whether a card is good or not.
If this card's
It's
gonna be meta.
yeah, well, yeah, Trump is like my favorite because he's just like just hardcore commits to being like this card garbage.
I would agree that it's true. I also like if we get into a game and we're joking about that, right? Like when we play Counter Strike, sometimes that's a good example. But the issue is that that can be it's not easily reproducible, and and it can be hit or miss as well.
Oh, I I think it's like a skill, right? I I guess
Being able to just talk not about the game.
yeah, being able to because I actually view the same times like the times with Rocket League, the times with Counter Strike where we get to a level that's very talking oriented, very free flowy. Those are like high points to me. Like those are like really good days in my mind
That's
because
why I enjoyed Commander and Magic. It's the same thing.
the experience just generally feels good, and that's why Counter Strike's problematic to me because it we have an issue of like making the game unfun by making it too much about the game sometimes,
We
and
focus
then
too much on the game without truly focusing on the game. So we sit
yeah,
in an awkward middle spot where we're not tryharding enough for that to be worth it, but we're not talking about anything interesting.
yeah, or like it's the last minute trying to win. It's like wait, wait. If we really care about winning, let's go practice outside the game.
I mean, I'd be willing to do that.
Yeah, I just
Yeah. I think I personally prefer the like the fun moments. The not talking, but the fun moments. But yeah, you can't just
oh, the silly gameplay moments.
yeah, the silly gameplay moments, but those you can't just like pull out of a bag
Yeah,
and be
you
like,
can't
here.
just force that over and over.
Yeah.
I feel
So
like you,
I think we could have the occasional like closer to hyper edited compilation stuff of those moments, but
ah, let's get super meta. Let's talk about a potential YouTube channel on a YouTube channel. You know, I like the
yeah, no,
idea
keep it in. Let's go.
and just be super real. Where we're like, we kind of want to do this island offering and see where it goes because
And that the fact that before this started
uh,
we were all stressing about it. I think that's kind of funny.
I well, I feel that's why I want to do this more consistently too because I feel like there's a lot of build up when we put this on a pedestal. Like the more we treat it as
It's
something.
we need as soon as we treat it like a routine, it's not something that we're thinking about.
Yeah, it's like going to the gym. Like going to the gym isn't like a crazy special thing once you're like even 2 weeks in. It's just like you're just going. You're just doing a good time. You're doing the running thing.
Hmm.
But like those first few times, I'd say like you like really stretch yourself out and put a ton of pressure, and you're like, oh, I'll just put it to the end of the day. I'll put it to like that'll be the last thing I do of the day, and then you don't do it. And it's the same with this, where I was like, hey, maybe we should do this earlier so that we don't just push.
Well, that's what I was feeling last night. We were like setting it up to do this, and I was like, I just get this feeling if we don't do it right now, we're gonna just fall into this like, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll get around to it, and then like, no one's really mentioning it, and we kind of want to just play games instead. Let's just play games instead. And then from there on, you're basically just the habit's gone, or like the
You
idea
know,
of having a habit will just be gone forever.
maybe what I'll do.
Right.
Oh, we can test this out. It's like this is just a random thought. We could have like an. I kind of like the idea of having 2 videos where one of us is us just doing this for the psychos who like this, and then another one could be a more edited version. Who so that it could be like if I put this on the League subreddit, I could be like, hey, here's this like 5 minute video of us describing like because I always and don't understand how these
Yeah.
videos do well, where it's like the champion spotlight videos where they like. So I was about to do the thing where it's like, oh, here's her Q ability, who's her W, here's her E. I don't understand how videos where people who clearly know the game are watching this. People who are watching the are like making this clearly know the game. Nobody's actually learning here. But
And people who are learning, that shouldn't be why they're here. Go somewhere else for that.
I was about to say nobody's clicking on like Magikarp use fly and learning how to play. I don't know Galio, or I don't know specifically what characters he's done, but he'll go through all of their abilities as if somebody was learning.
And people that know the
And
abilities watch it.
well, yeah, because it's each of those points are supposed to be effectively a jumping off point where they can make jokes off of it, right?
Hmm.
So maybe a character has a nuke and they'll be like, oh, and this I was about to make a Japanese joke. And this killed more people than died in Chernobyl. Something like that. Just like they'll try to make some joke relating to the abilities. So
Keyword try.
I mean the channels are popular,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean I think they do a really good job with it relatively. I just don't. I feel like it's a format that apparently does do well, but I guess I don't know why people like it because I really dislike it in terms of being like a level away from it, especially when I'm looking at this and I was trying to decide, am I gonna am I gonna really explain to this man her all four of her abilities and her passive to make content into this? I don't feel like this would be very interesting for me.
That's not who I want to be in life. Yeah, I
I
was
mean,
I was wondering
maybe if
if you were gonna do that, like just that was gonna be a thing where you just describe abilities, but I don't know.
maybe if people really
So
want it,
Her Q is when she presses the ability, her next auto attack stuns them.
she
Okay.
hits, she does a shield dash and it stuns them.
Okay.
And
And
her no.
No. Okay.
it just, I, I mean, it might be interesting at some point to give you a character and just say we only give you an idea of what the abilities do and see if you can make a character out of that.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool, actually.
It would be much more theoretical.
It'd be very uh draining creatively, because I don't know.
You'd have to come up with more like
Yeah,
independently.
I'd have to actually like work for it.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, but that's all you're here for. That's all you're good for.
I'm just
You're,
I'm just a slave
you're
for
a slave.
the art. I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
even getting paid.
you're not
Art
even a
slave.
meat. You're just a pencil.
I kind of feel like Thresh would work well for potentially just doing that. Just
I
we could
think
just give Cooper all of the
kind of
abilities.
too cool to give it up on doing that. But
Maybe I don't know. We'll play around with it. We'll play around with it.
We'll dip our feet in the water.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're experimenting. We have nothing to win, nothing to lose.
we could
We have
potentially
things to win.
we could potentially do that with Volibear, because Volibear is not interesting, but some of his like the thought of him is really cool, right? He is not going to be interesting to draw, but if we just say what he is, then that can go somewhere.
I feel like saying what his abilities are the exact same thing as saying what he is effectively. Just there's like zero depth.
Right, right. His abilities say what he is, but in a way that is more
Oh,
creativity than describing him.
so it might be true actually. Yeah,
'Cause if we go and describe him, then like it's already set in stone, and it's just there's only it's
What
linear
it's like?
path.
Is one of the attacks just like bear claw?
I I swipe
But
with my berry talent.
but if you say the abilities, then it's like it gives into the fantasy.
Then Cooper could be like, oh, how am I gonna make this guy cool while doing this?
Exactly. You don't tell him any of the visuals. You just tell him what he wants to be doing, and then boom.
Cooper, do you ever have dreams of being like an art, like a video game, like
A concept artist?
a concept artist? Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Uh, kind of. Yeah, I used to when I was younger. Um, I don't know. I think that would be fun.
Because I think that was one of the areas we were trying to like play at effectively with this. It's just being like, let's push your concept artist skills. And
I
we'll
don't
give
know.
you like
I really don't think that's my strong point. I think my strongest point is just drawing humans in general, understanding anatomy.
mhm.
I don't know. Like you'll still like probably see this and be like, "Oh, that's kind of cool," but I don't think this could ever be something that would be put in a game. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't feel. I guess it's missing a lot of elements that would make it viable to be something put in a game.
Yeah. From what I understand of your skills right now, you have a like strong understand of individual pieces, and you can take them and rearrange them in different ways. But you need like an overall design to do that with, even if you're recreating it in different styles.
Yeah.
Like like you're really good at taking a character and putting them into a JoJo style.
Hmm.
But that's because you understand you're kind of like
You're
taking the
given all the
Legos
pieces.
apart.
You're given all the pieces. You just need to rearrange it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think with like if I went to like some kind of art school or in my free time just study just even things like medieval
Are you
armor.
not in an art class?
I took an art class last semester.
now
But
you said why not in an art class?
oh, I don't know, because I feel like a lot of stuff you get in art class, you can very easily do on yourself, by yourself. I mean, um, and you don't have like an instructor to constantly look at your stuff, but at the same time, I feel like you can look up a lot. You can do a lot of personal research without
Mhm.
a, you know,
Yeah.
without paying 30,000 a year.
Do you think you lack knowledge or creativity in that sense?
I think knowledge, because I don't know. I still have like a pretty vivid sense and like of creativity and like there's things I want to draw and things I think I could draw, but I don't know.
You're just like you haven't like studied the pieces parts enough to be able to recall them and put them into action.
Exactly.
Because this could be interesting. Just like I mean, we're effectively giving you pseudo practice of like,
And thus begin
hey,
my art career.
yeah, let's go. That's the sort of the way I was thinking about these dresses. Did you look at the dresses I posted?
Yeah. So
Like,
like, let me check it right now.
I really like this. But just like,
The one that looks like a flamingo and like
wow.
I don't know. Okay, it looks like more
I,
like it's like a flower. Editor, put the picture up.
I see how you feel about it. I see how you feel about it.
What do you see when you see this dress? Comment
All I'm
down below.
saying, all I'm saying, calling it flamingo
The
feels very
colors.
insulting.
I'm sorry. The color. Okay. No, I'm not sorry. Fuck you. I'm
It's
just
supposed to
saying.
be flowery.
First thing that came to my mind
It's a flamingo.
was a floral flamingo.
A flamingo made out of flowers.
No, kind of. Hold on. I need to recollect. Yes. Never mind.
Alright.
Just
I
noticed
vote.
I'm the artist. You wouldn't understand. What a cop
I
out.
can see where he's coming from, but
I'm not happy about
it
this.
is moderately offensive. If I made that, I'd be like, I'd
Your dress looks like a flamingo.
Okay.
Dude, it's
I
a
guess
flower. I worked
if
so hard to make it a flower.
I was, but if I was the one who, if somebody was like, I have this gift for you,
Yeah.
you can wear this dress. They were like, oh, you're gonna be so excited. It looks like it's like inspired by a flamingo. I'd be like, oh, fuck, this is gonna be garbage. But when I look at this, just I'm like, oh, it's so pretty.
Wait,
Like
flamingo?
a beautiful flowery thing going on. I was trying to think of exact flowers and stuff, but I don't know anything about
Yeah.
that. Lilies, water lilies,
Favorite
maybe. I don't
flower.
know. Favorite flower?
Mine's the white lotus. It's a little
That's not
Avatar
fair.
reference for you guys.
those pink Japanese ones are kind of pretty.
Cherry blossom?
Sure.
Sure. I don't even know. I think that's what it is.
You know what?
There might be another one that I'm thinking of. Okay, I am thinking of one. I'm just questioning whether or not it is actually a cherry blossom.
I'm thinking water lilies are pretty high tier, actually.
You guys want to just do a flower
A
rating?
flower tier list?
Flower tier list right now? Fuck this. Who wants to see this?
You know what? Speaking, I wish we could just do this. I feel like you have to cultivate a base a little bit. Probably
Before
to
we
do,
just
well,
do a flower
probably to
tier
do
list.
probably to do what we're doing right now too, but whatever. We're figuring this out, making content, quote unquote. But one of the other things uh Northern Lion's been doing, he like he viewed his job in a very mechanical sense before like the turn of the century,
Mhm.
and now he's been like he's appreciated the idea of like making entertainment more so, I guess. Like he very much devalued his job, and that sort of, I'd say, sort of in a sense, I'd say that. And then he decided he wanted to do more experimental things, see what actually worked. Now, so he's been making effectively tier list videos just randomly. So there was like a Pokemon tier list, and then the really good ones were like a grocery store tier list and like a fruits and vegetable tier list. And I just love, I love the idea of just making dumb tier lists about dumb things where we just argue.
Well,
How
that's
can
why
you
my favorite
possibly have?
streamers are like people that can do things, like literally anything they would do, and it'd be interesting. And like,
eh,
I'll always go back to Germa being my favorite because he literally puts on like a circus or like his family at dinner. He fucking he fucking hired like 5 actors to pretend to be his family and like be all dysfunctional. And like it got thousands and thousands of viewers and people loved it and I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
I don't know, it's just impressive that
maybe.
people can do that and not rely on like I gotta be playing Fortnite or like fuck.
I get so I just don't understand it personally. I get so bored of like normal streamers. I
We're just not like other streamers, I guess.
I I appreciate that they're on the grind and that they like it. I hope they like it to some extent, but it probably is a lot more effort in terms of actually doing it. But watching it, especially actively watching it, was just so uninteresting in my mind.
I
Like
feel like I agree a lot. Like it's literally nothing happening and sometimes it's literally just them reading off like subs, especially the really big streamers that have like I don't know, like thousands and thousands of people watching, like sometimes tens of
these
thousands. There's like
these huge
blah blah. Thank you for the watch. Blah blah. Thank you for the sub. Blah blah.
just these huge quiet streamers who are like really really good at the game, but all they say are like they're just like whispering into their minds about everyone who's giving them money.
And like occasionally reading a question. What do I think of the game? Yeah, I like it.
Eh.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I kind of want to play it more to maybe get a better idea.
never have a hot take. You're just like, yeah. How do you feel about this character in the meta? I don't really think they're good, but I don't think they're that bad either.
Or sometimes just saying like something that's just quick and can be just like just not thought of anymore. It's like yeah, I think they're gonna be good. It's gonna be good for the game, and then go on to the next thing.
Just immediately. Uh, I don't understand it. Maybe one day I'll understand it. I need. I feel like I need to actually go and talk to people who do enjoy it and be like, "What do you like about these people?"
Let's let's talk about it.
Please,
I feel like I could
please.
somewhat understand people that watch, but they don't watch consistently like that. Like she's just background noise. Like that's understandable. I can at least understand that more.
Yeah,
Do you
but there's so many
actually?
better background noises.
Well, I guess this actually brings up another question because you listen to music, whereas I listen to a lot of people like talking.
Hmm.
So like I talked about this when we had another friend here, and I think Cooper was still muted then. I'm not positive, but uh, I've been listening to a lot of effectively someone talking about religions and ones they view as cults and his experience in certain religions and such. And I've just been listening to tons of that instead of music. Where like I'd imagine you'd listen to music blasting
I
out of a speaker while cleaning, right?
yeah.
I'm just listening to a guy be like, I'm not sure if this is a mentally healthy practice or I'm gonna analyze this under the bite model while I'm doing the dishes. This is what, because I feel like there's a part of me that needs to be actively engaged in what I'm listening to some extent at least.
Hmm.
So with that, I can be thinking about what he's talking about. If there's like hype music, I can be like excited and like happy. Like I can pour my emotion into a little bit and like dance around or like sing with it. But if I'm just like lukewarm, kind of like with the music, then I'm just eh. That's I found this out with when somebody was trying to get me into Vocaloid music, and I was they just giving me it, and I was like, eh. But then when I played some of the same songs in Osu, I got really into the song because I wasn't trying to actively listen to the songs. I was doing something and listening to the songs. So I ended up really enjoying some of the songs that I do like a Vocaloid, which I probably only have a few, but I'd say of those, a decent amount are the ones that I ended up just getting from Osu, and they were the exact same songs other people or someone tried to show me. I don't know.
I think for me it comes down to is like I can get enough stimulation in my head without needing like something to give ideas or something to like ponder and think about. And
You
it's even
don't
more
have it.
prominent when I'm drawing and constantly thinking about how certain things work together. That if I did have something going, it would be distracting. Like I don't know. How,
You don't have a dopamine deficiency in your brain.
I don't know. I'm a pretty happy
Fuck
person in general.
ADHD. ADHD's cool, man.
Um,
You're a dope enemy.
okay, shut up.
Good job.
um, um, like when you're just doing math, would it be hard to like do like rigorous homework and at the same time be listening to something?
So there's like tiers of this,
Hmm.
and I do feel like I prefer being still probably above average stimulated, even when I'm like hardcore trying. But I don't know. It's hard to be certain. I think the more I understand it, the more I would want to be stimulated versus like actually learning.
Mm.
So like for actually studying, no. For doing like homework, I'd be inclined to say yes, because normally you have all the pieces and you're just trying to like figure out little bits of details
Hmm.
to get them together, right? I mean, I don't. Pretty sure you guys were around when I found this out, and it was sort of a joke to me. But I actually really enjoyed doing math homework while like just slightly tipsy,
Oh, you're
because
weird. Just
it was
kidding.
just like enough simulation where like math just became really fun. Because I was done like playing around with a lot of ideas and like I don't know, I was just appreciating it. And like it's the same thing. I would love to have like a conversation while I'm doing. I mean, playing video games and having a conversation honestly make certain games for me. Like I wouldn't be able to play a lot of single player games
Hmm.
unless I had a good conversation. And then like Hollow Knight, my experience with Hollow Knight, I already think that game's really really good. I would have picked it in general, but it like got taken to another level because throughout almost my entire playthrough of that game, I was actively having conversations with people while also playing the game.
Are
And
there
for some reason, I like that.
are there games you used to play when you were a kid where like you could play the single player and you'd like love it and enjoy it? That but if you tried to play them now, you'd be like, I need something else going on. Like I need someone to be talking or to like
I feel like
actually be engaged.
I feel like that's almost every game.
Every game. Do you know? Why do you think like?
I think my attention span's only gotten worse because uh, I think when I was younger, I wanted to force myself to try to enjoy things a little bit more, but now I'm like, who cares? There's no point because I mean, I have talked about this. My first video game was at 5 years old was Pokemon. I got really hyped about that. But if I had just played Pokemon by itself, it's like without Nuzlocke especially, but even with just like nothing else going on, I'd probably lose my mind.
Like if you like right now, if you try to just play Pokemon by itself with nothing crazy about it, you just
no no Discord, no other.
no music or anything. It'd just be like insanity.
I feel like I'd rather do so many other things with something else, like with some modifier.
Hmm.
Like this is sort of why I was like, I'd like to put in some effort and sort of see if we could reach a point of popularity where we could. And I still want to see this as like I'd like to kind of consistently put in the side effort, some bits of effort, because this would be like I think a fun hobby of trying to make YouTube video, make content, and then if there's ever a chance, eventually doing a Twitch stream, because I feel like a Twitch chat would be really like that kind of modifier for me.
Mm-hmm.
Something to react to, something to interact with while doing.
The only issue I see with that is you'd have to cultivate an interesting Twitch chat.
Yeah, I guess.
You can't just start streaming, have a bunch of viewers jump in, and then interact with Tech W.
Well, you make of it what you will, I guess. Because like I would go back to like the Ludwig thing, where Ludwig kind of has just a memer chat, but he still seems to like do pretty well with it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, so yeah, part of it is that like understanding how to interact with it, but I don't. A lot of Twitch chat seems to be reactionary commentary rather than anything that you can bounce back off of.
Right, not like, and some chats definitely are like this where they'll ask like meaningful questions, but really getting real questions is a lot harder.
Getting a question that provokes conversation. You can get a ton of questions that you can give a simple one-line answer to, or like emotes. Like generally speaking, not gonna be able to give a meaningful response to that. So yeah, I think you'd have to either cultivate it or be really good at that.
I
Which
would love to see someone try to just have a conversation with an email only chat.
Also, I'm done, by the way. I just finished.
oh,
Ooh,
all right.
Yeah. I was gonna see if
yeah.
you guys had anything more important to say or interesting.
Uh,
I don't think
I'm
there's anything.
I'm just thinking in my head of how am I gonna add this?
This
What
is
am
a
I
long
gonna
one. I
do?
feel
I
like.
don't think you are going to. I think
Well, because I talked about this at the midpoint where it's just like, am I gonna make one video where it's just all of this, and then another
okay.
one where it's
So
like
if
7
you're
minutes?
going to do that, then you just grab the first like 10 minutes where we're telling him about the description, and maybe
Yeah,
you have him drawing while he's doing that, and then as soon as we're done, you you know what I'm saying. You speed
I
the thing up.
I meant just naturally transitioning it because at some point we just went off the rail.
Yeah. Well, uh, I'm sure it'll be not insanely hard, but yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, insanely hard isn't the question. The question is what am I actually gonna do with it?
Actually, so this is something I wanted to bring up. I don't have an issue with the editing itself. In fact, I really want to do that. I have an issue with listening through to it and figuring out what to do with it. So
Yeah,
maybe you just like mark down what you want to do and I'll do the actual work, but I don't know if there's going to be enough work for that to be worthwhile, you know? I don't know. That's something
we'll
I
see.
thought about. Maybe when we start doing like hyper editing or if we do any hyper edit videos or anything like that or when we get better at it. I don't know.
So
So,
Well, let me turn the stream. Let me turn it off. Hold on. Thanks for watching.
what
whoa,
we
why are
have
you
to
turning
wait.
it off? What?
Wait,
Gotta
what?
get a reaction in.
Oh fuck! It's 3 o'clock. Uh,
You
fuck. Hold on.
turn it back on. You
Give me.
scum.
No, it's still going.
You scum.
God
we got
fucking damn.
we, we gotta post all of this. We gotta prepare for our reacting.
Oh, crazy reaction.
God.
Streamers.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Cooper, that's so bad! What are you, an idiot?
We gotta work on our React Andy skills. We gotta be able to be entertaining only looking at TikToks.
No, you don't even have to be entertaining. You just
Just
have
need
to
to
react.
react.
Yeah.
Cooper,
Yeah.
Hit us
Here.
up.
It's posting. Fuck.
Make it post
Here.
faster.
Alright, here.
Eat my
You-
fucking ass. Oh my god. I don't want to fucking post mine now. Are you fucking
Really?
kidding me?
Chosen of the sun.
Jesus fucking Christ.
What did you make?
Ah, yeah, dog. It's just a normal set of fucking medieval armor, a sword, and a shield. Fuck. I feel like I need a little more than that.
No, what did you
I drew fucking Omni Knight as a woman.
lady? I don't know. We're experiment. This is called
Well, we'll see. We'll see. When it
experimenting.
eventually posts, please.
It's fucking getting there.
Wait.
Wait, that's fine.
Yeah, that's like.
Okay. I want you to.
It's
Okay.
not. They're different. Cooper. These are equally good. It's just how flamboyant they are. That's it. That's the primary difference. I don't think that this is any worse.
I
I was
think
about
a
to say,
little more
this-
description would have been more interesting, though.
I mean, hey,
Like,
we're,
even if you
we're
guys said, like,
tweaking the formula.
you
This
guys
is
would
not,
say, like, her sword has, like, the
In the
hilt is a
co-
bunch of spikes, her headdress has spikes, and the shield has spikes.
Well,
in the
So-
comments below, you can tell us what you think. But I don't know.
Comments
I mean-
below, fuck off.
the thought was that we wanted to see what you would make, right?
Because we're conflicted.
Yeah.
Because
If we give you details like there's spikes on that, then that immediately influences what the outcome is, and we wanted to influence
Exactly,
the outcome
but
as little as possible while giving you direction. But I feel like
I think
spikes
more
are a
direction would
detail
have been
which
necessary. It would have been
well,
better.
we'll see.
we'll see. I don't know. I don't. Yeah.
Do you guys want to now? This is like super meta. We can have this main video, and then do you want to prepare for like an actual reaction, or was that like a reaction that would go into a video?
That was a kind of a negative reaction, huh?
Because like we instead of like I'm imagining these normal videos where they're like tight and sort of concentrated, and we're like only focusing on like we weren't focusing on the art. We were focusing entirely on like how what level of description we feel.
I
like
don't
we
know. I'm
should
not
do.
gonna do another reaction because I don't think.
You're not a React Andy.
I'm not gonna do that. I refuse. I refuse to react again. Like, oh wow, that's pretty crazy.
Well, no, I'm not like actually talking React. I'm being like
Oh,
actually. When I say React, I mean talk more specific. I mean this would be what we glue onto the endpoint, but talking more about specifically the art. Like, oh, I didn't realize there was like sun imagery on her sword and shield. Blah blah
yeah.
blah 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 blah. I don't know. I don't know. It's just a thought. Just playing around with it.
Hmm.
We'll react to you guys later.
We'll react to you guys reacting.
We'll react to you guys reacting, and then make a different video.
Well, this guy called us a
And
fucko.
we'll just keep doing that, so we don't have to
Oh.
actually make content. We just
We just
we
think
just keep
about making
we'll,
content.
we'll just keep saying we'll make it better, and then it gets like marginally better, but not enough that we're putting effort into it.
Or what if no one's even watching this far and we're fucking psychos?
I,
What if we're talking to nobody right now? If you're out there, make yourself known.
Please blink twice.
Please.
Uh,
Sorry.
please use the magic word avocado in your comment.
Oh,
if
why are you here?
watch this far.
Use
Don't do that. Jesus.
No, I really like the. It's not normally like applicable, but when people have like special words to like prove that you've actually watched a certain length.
If you've watched this far, type avocado in chat, and everyone else is gonna be fucking wondering what the hell this crazy guy saying avocado means. But we'll know. We'll fucking
Don't
know.
type it. Don't type just it. I mean, you could just type just it, but if you wanna be like,
Ooh.
hey, your art's pretty good, Cooper. I really appreciate you as a human. You're like the avocado of my eye. Then please go ahead.
Use the code word avocado if you've gotten this far, but mask it as a normal sentence.
Discount code avocado.
Discount code avocado. Thanks.
All right.
Oh,
But
I
we
gotta-
actually.
Huh?
Yeah. Bye.
Hold on. I'm
I just ended it. I ended the chaos.
Bye. No, I'm gonna finish this. I'm drawing a dude really quick.
What?
I'm just
What?
sketching. I'm having fun.
Alright. Sure.
Yeah, that's good.
Are you guys trying to
Yeah.
restrict my creative freedom?
No, I'm just like, I don't see. I imagine people have like very logically planned out like time ideas, I guess.
Yeah.
Because now I'm thinking like, how are we gonna end this mess? Because again, we didn't really.
A fade out. Oh yeah. No,
We.
I'm actively making it way harder for you.
And this has been Creatures of Habit.
No. Oh fuck. Let's address the
what?
fucking elephant in the room, huh?
You know
What's
what?
up with that name?
That wasn't as bad as
It's
I thought
so bad, I hate it.
it wasn't as bad as I thought it
Yes,
would be.
it was.
I heard you say it, and I was like, you know what?
No,
It,
it's
it could be worse.
bad.
Comment down below if you have a better idea for our channel name.
Yes, please, actually.
We're open
though.
to fucking anything.
Comment below avocado.
Avocado. Make sure to include avocado in the fucking.
Avocado
Make sure,
in your
make sure
better
to
channel
separate.
name.
But make sure to separate avocado and the suggest name.
Yeah, please don't suggest anything related to avocados.
Avocados.
But
I actually can't eat avocados. I'm allergic, so it wouldn't be a right fit. You know, if we ever get
Yeah.
sponsored by avocados, I couldn't endorse them properly.
By avocados, not even an avocado brand, but avocados themselves.
Yeah.
Mr. Avocado himself comes
Doctor
down.
Avocado. Yeah.
Says, "Can I get a F in chat for
Okay. All right. Dog. You're gonna do that?
for Nathaniel being allergic to avocado?" Are you allergic to avocado oil? Do you know?
I have yeah.
No.
It's not avocado specifically. It's the protein, fresh fruits and veggies.
Oh, I thought about
Something
pollen.
along those lines. I don't remember exactly. It's been a while since I remember. I was told, but
Been a while.
I can't eat raw carrots
Sorry.
either. So I don't know.
I guess I'm done.
But it makes my throat close up, and that ain't good, you know.
Well.
I'm just gonna cut it when you said, I guess.
Oh, wait, think about it. I'd be such a great gay prostitute.
Wait, what?
Cause I can eat I can eat avocados and veggies and stuff and have my throat be tighter.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. You slather it up. You slather it like lemon juice or something, so that your throat constricts around it.
And also, when I do that, my throat gets really itchy, so it'd be nice to have something to scratch it with.
And this has been another episode of Drawing Fucking League Characters.
We don't know what the name of our series should be. We don't know what the name of
Also,
our
down in the
channel should
comments,
be.
let us know what we should call this.
Yeah. We're just fucking
Hey,
using
also
you
down
guys.
in the comments, let us know if we're telling you to let things down in the comment too much. Fuck, Fuck that sentence.
You know, I want to have a conversation with you guys. I wanna
Fuck you guys.
learn. I wanna learn about you, dear Lord.
I don't. I'm just kidding. I do. I'm really curious to see if we're gonna get someone posting about avocados, and I'm just so fucking happy if we do.
I actually, I think it's relatively likely because there's probably a couple people who are skipping to the end just to see their reaction or something along those lines.
Yeah, but now
They're not gonna get a good reaction. They're gonna get some
Yeah,
fucking
they're gonna
guy
get
like
fucking
complaining
avocados.
and talking about avocados and sucking dicks. But you know what? That's what you get here on the Creatures of
boys, the
That's just the kind of
plan
guys
is
we are. Alright.
simple.
I'm fucking done. Goodbye.
The creatures of
No.
habit
I hate.
are out of here.
Fuck.
Would you rather be called
Thank
creatures of habit
you
or
all.
habitual creatures?
Habitual creatures would be better.
Actually,
I like that.
That's what they always. This is our conversation. I like this name. But you can't
and
commit
I
to
never
anything.
said I
That
like
name
this
is
name.
bad.
Okay.
I never said
You
I
guys wanted to make it start at 5. Sorry I didn't want to commit to that.
That's fair. I regret that now. But you wanted to call it creatures. You wanted to call it creatures of habit.
I wanted to call it the Paper Lantern first.
Yeah, but that's not great either.
No,
I
but I
think
thought
the
that's
paper.
funny.
I still like the paper. It's just a name. I think it's a good name and it's a dumb reference and it's like
Okay,
fine.
but okay.
It
Alright, this has been the Paper Lantern.
No.
This has been Start at 5. See?
See ya, fivers.
We are not doing
That's
that.
what we could call. We could have a Patreon tier called the Fivers, cause it's you donate 5, and and we could start a series where we do Fiver stuff too.
But if we ever reach that point, we could also call them the creatures.
What's up, my creatures? Oh, I like it.
Welcome back, creatures. Today.
Oh, and they pay monthly because they're creatures of habit.
Wow. We fucking did it.
I'm gonna have a lot of time links in this. I feel like I'll try to make 2 videos. One will be this, and I'll have a time link to us starting being done when we're going off the rails, and then this
Just do
garbage.
that in the description, probably, rather than on the post.
Yeah, just have to skip a bunch of like fucking nonsense. Skip this part.
Yeah, no, in the description is what I meant.
Yeah. Okay.
So people can be like, what are they doing? Oh, okay, I'll just.
I can turn the video off now. This is a fucking waste of time. I'm gonna go watch fucking Jacksepticeye. I don't know. I don't know what you kids watch.
Do it. Please.
What? No, I fucking will not.
Please.
I will not.
Please. You can't bring up his name and not do it.
Well, I just did.
Nathaniel, if you do it, we'll do it.
No, you can't just take that from me. Fuck you. Our tier 3 subscribers will. Jesus fucking Christ! I'll do it if you don't do it again. That's a joke.
Good morning,
God. Fuck. I hate it.
I've watched so little of his videos that I actually don't even really know how he says it.
I've only seen him do the intro. I've never seen one of his videos actually.
Wow, that's kind of insulting, don't you think?
Good. I'm calling you out, Jacksepticeye. This is an official declaration of war on Jack fucking Septiceye.
War against Jacksepticeye. Let's go. That's how we get the views.
The creatures of habit and their avocado army.
Oh fuck. It's not gonna get easier saying that. I feel like ever.
Welcome back.
So bad.
Welcome back, Pit Boys. You guys are the pit.
What's up, pitters? What's up, sinners?
Yeah. Welcome back, saints and sinners.
Saints and sinners.
I still like saints and sinners.
Yeah, let's call us ourselves like the Evangelins.
No.
All right, let's end this actual video, and we can keep talking about this. But let's end this.
I don't
But
want to
what
go.
if-
Now I feel like I'm attached to these guys that
All
aren't
right,
But
actually
what
here.
if
Oh,
okay, if someone stuck around listening to this shit, they're gonna want to listen to us continue talking. We can't just be like, hey, fuck you, we're gonna stop the video and continue talking about this thing that you
No.
probably don't actually want to hear, but you're so in
All
goddamn
right.
invested at this
No
point.
one's
that you're
fucking
gonna have
here.
to finish it.
If
Alright.
you're listening right now,
Fuck you.
type Cado Avo.
We're not already having a fucking inside joke on the 3rd episode. From like every
It's not
single
even the
fucking video
third,
on from.
the first hasn't even gone up.
the Kiana thing.
Hmm.
Wasted content, burn it to the ground.
Maybe we'll just redo the
Moved on.
Kiana one.
What if we fucking ended the fucking video? How about that?
What if I already decided I was gonna end it somewhere else?
Oh fuck, you have that power, huh?
I do have that power.
Yeah,
Oh
but he's
fuck.
not going to.
Actually, no. Noah's trying to fucking.
If he does, we're starting our own YouTube channel,
Um,
and we're calling it habitual creatures.
I'm on board. Fuck you, Noah. you're out of the picture now.
Wow.
You're out of the band.
Oh, wow.
You're fucking cut, dude.
I'm trying to imagine you guys actually even starting without me because
not
you're
even-
like always like, then let's.
We can't start without you. With your
let's have
your shitty countdowns.
Oh,
You're not with the avocado cause. The
3,
avocado.
2, 1, go.
What?
Yeah. Kato Avers.
All right,
Please join
fucking
me
cut. I'm done.
at
I'm cutting their fucking recording.
Twitch.tv